My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Central Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am still under attack by Scientology. They are driving parasites through my biology, big worms with teeth. They are also removing extra dimensional body parts. So right now they are removing brain tissue, uh, my corpus callosum and brain tissue under it, the brain tissue underneath it. They have stuck something underneath it like a scoop. It is cut underneath, and they're pulling it, using it to pull it out. They keep making me cough. They drive a worm into my lungs and make me cough real bad while they yank on it. Yes, they are victim shaming me. This is Scientology. The people responsible for doing it claim to be affiliated with the CIA, the military, and the CDC, and also local police and the FBI. And there are also civilians involved, rich people. This is Scientology. No, I'm not the only victim. They do this constantly. It's their MO. Rape, torture, and murder. They are invading my home at the moment with their alien presence. They won't leave. Plus, they have removed a massive part of my biology. They have body parts of mine scattered all over the place. Different people have possession of different biology. Yes, they are making a snuff film. And they are also stealing intellectual property. Yes, I got forced to assimilate. It didn't work out too well. I did not consent. I told them to get away from me. They became hostile and conflict started. Yes, they kept me on the phone because I was so valuable. I am an author. I'm part Native American. My Native American name is Crazy Bird. They sold seats to my mind space, my phone service, to other Scientologists to let them gain ideas for personal entertainment and to steal intellectual property. Yes, it has turned into a snuff film. I am very sick. I'm in pain. I'm dizzy. So there's an entanglement property between our third dimension and our extra dimensions. If you remove an extra dimensional body part, no matter where you take it in the universe, you're still in this biology. They are removing biology and using it as a torture device. They are removing body parts and taking it somewhere and torturing it. And they are trying to put it in a place where no one can get to. So they like to do things like put it in a tub of caustics and then lock the tub out of entropy and drop it through space-time. And then they do something to cover up the nerves or cover up my biology so I can't feel it at the moment. But every once in a while they'll uncover it and laugh and harass me at the same time. Yes, this is Scientology. They're doing the same thing to my animals and my family and other people. Body snatchers, soul thieves. So there are more than 3 dimensions in the universe. There are 11 dimensions. Plus there are extra particles we can't see. There's this dark matter or dark energy that is also attached to our biology. We are also made out of this dark matter. So the human genome produces an 11-dimensional organism, a humanoid, with horns on our head. We are designed to fly through outer space, do molecular transfer, magic, move matter, and help life grow and develop. That is what our extra dimensional abilities are supposed to be used for. So Scientology is the process of removing this extra dimensional biology and using technology and techniques to turn it into an upper dimensional vehicle. Yes, they remove their extra dimensions and they use technology and techniques. They modify it and turn it into an upper dimensional vehicle, a biology in which they can drive around in the upper dimensions. It's not actually a surrogate because you are still in this biology because of the entanglement property. It just takes some technological devices, some digital devices, to get in it properly, to experience it properly. So this biology presents itself in layers. As it grows out of us into the next three dimensions, or the first three dimensions, it creates a biology. And then as the energy transcends into the next three dimensions, it creates a layer on top of that biology. And it does the same thing for the next three dimensions and the next three dimensions and so on and so forth. So it looks like one of those little Russian dolls, a doll inside of a doll inside of a doll. So Scientologists like to remove the layers from this biology. And they also like to remove this dark matter from themselves. It creates a whole new biology, or part of it, or most of it. They have to leave some behind so the origin biology can survive. Well, they take these biologies and they remove the layers from themselves in some manner. And then they use technology and techniques to turn them into upper dimensional vehicles. So these biologies can't function properly in this state. They are missing organs and tissues. They have to leave organs and tissues behind so the origin biology can function properly and continue to survive. So they take organs and tissues from other humans and other species, such as lizards, insects, and worms. And they use this stolen biology to try to complete and make whole their upper dimensions. They create an alien form. So there are several types of aliens. There are the grays, the greens, and the blue bloods. Then they make lizard people using lizard biology. They make insectoids or bug people using worm body parts. And then they make worm people using worm body parts. Yes, they also make surrogates, which is they steal another organism's biology and turn it into a functional vehicle in which they can drive around. A biology that is not their own in which they can drive. Yes, I know some of these people on Earth. Barack Obama, the CIA, the military, the FBI, Sea.org, they're the Navy. The National Guard has a big alien presence. The Marines and the Army does too. Facebook, social media, Microsoft, and people like them, people in their clique. Google, big businesses, several politicians. The CDC is a major player. They have a major alien presence. Yes, these people are crackheads. They're twacked out of their heads. So this technology interfaces with their brain and central nervous system. Some of it records sensory perception input. It records our sight, our hearing, our taste, our touch, our smell. But then it also artificially stimulates our biology. So it artificially stimulates brain and central nervous system tissue. It elevates hormone levels, such as testosterone, estrogen, and even growth hormone. And it also elevates neurochemistry. It elevates dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. It has an extremely narcotic-like effect upon the user. I'm being harassed now. I'm victim shamed. They're talking about my looks, my appearance. This is what happens when you assault someone over their entire lives. My whole face used to be swelled up. Like my head turned sideways. They kept sticking stuff inside of me over and over again and just leave it there for years. I've been to the hospital over 100 times over this ordeal, having x-rays and scans done to try to get It removed. It's extra dimensional technology and objects. They harass me and sabotage me on a daily basis. They are trying to make something bad happen so they can get away with this. Yes, they want me to do something wrong so they can somehow add to the justification of, of their criminal behavior towards me. Yes, I got forced to assimilate. I am very sick. I am very sick. So they have this phone service inside of my head. It's a screen. Also have a screen in me that I can control myself. So it replaces the visual part of my brain function, my thought processes. Uh, I've been trying to make them stop. I imagine myself shooting them with bows and arrows and guns and military equipment and even doing superhero moves sometimes. I got a tap out function where I try to move my phone around to try to make them stop. Anything to make them stop. Torture, rape, and premeditated murder, harassment. So recently they've been using this against me. Every time I try to do something like this to defend myself, they like to assault my biology in some way. They like to make it hit me or uh, make it drop me. They drop some biology or torture some body part, which is only a small percentage of what they've been doing. They have an agenda. They want to do something to me. They want to give me a certain experience. Rape, torture, murder, sickness, dysfunction, discomfort. Yes, they do it anyways. Yes, they're literally trying to remove my corpus callosum. I'm being assaulted right now. You're not trying to get the worms out. They've been poisoning me with worms my entire life. They put me in a hospital at a young age. I think it started at 2 years old or 4 years old, giving me parasites and stealing body parts. See, dead people and Scientologists experience time in a different manner than we do while we are alive. It has to do with the way we face. See, third dimensions, we see out into the universe. We see into the void. We see the electron shell of all of the matter in the universe. Or we face away from it, out of it. Upon death, you turn around. You face into yourself. You look in a different direction than you do while you're alive. And you can go that way. So in the third dimension, we see time as a linear event. As we move towards the 11th dimension, we see time simultaneously. Time is actually a simultaneous event. Well, it's both simultaneous and linear at the same time. So these Scientologists can go to a place in the universe where they can see time as simultaneously. That means the past, the present, and the future is happening in this very moment. So in this very moment, I'm being assimilated 13 years ago. And in this very moment, I'm being born. In this very moment, they are driving my father through the hospital as he gives me the name Christopher. So they can come back to this moment or in the future and sell this whole event to the Christian society or to the rest of the public as a Christian martyrdom. Yes, and try to absolve themselves from their sins by killing Jesus Christ. Everyone gets off the hook. But this is America. That's against the law. My whole family is surrogates. My father was a surrogate, so was my mother. My grandfather was. And I assume other people throughout history in my bloodline has been surrogates. They are trying to control the name of a Lakota descendant. RCWW, Remote Control Worm Woman. And my last name is supposed to be Weathers. My first name is supposed to be Bob. They try to control my name using other family members. They won't stop torturing me. And I think this has a lot to do with them transcending time. See, they have biologies in a place where space and time don't matter, where time is simultaneous. This is all happening at the same time, simultaneously. So to them, it's all the same moment. They don't experience time like we do. To them, it's a thing, it's an object. And they can drive surrogates or go back in time or into the future and create surrogates and do whatever they want to do. Yes, they have afflicted me. So to them, they're trying to accomplish a goal in a place where time is simultaneous. And a lot of these people are on their third dimensions in the future at this moment, trying to get away with what they have done to me and my family. That's why they are trying to create some false narrative which says that I've done something wrong, and then they are trying to get me to do something wrong. Yes, I'm in pain. Someone said they're going to use these worms as some kind of joyride as they kill me. Because they can experience the worm driving. A whole bunch of them can get inside of the same worm and ride it around like a little roller coaster ride. They're going to do a little happy fun time as they drive a worm through my biology and try to kill me. They have been doing this for a long time. They call it worm play. They let other Scientologists come and drive worms through me. They're trying to get as many people as they can get involved in this. So they have scapegoats. Yes, they raped me as a child.